I've been driving for rideshare services for a while now, mostly night shifts, less traffic, better tips. But every once in a while, you get a ride that sticks with you, the kind that makes you question if you should ever get behind the wheel again. It was around 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. My shift had been slow, and I was about ready to call it a night when I got a request from a location just outside of town, a small gas station sitting alone on the side of the highway. I hesitated for a moment. Something about it felt wrong. The kind of wrong you can't explain, but your gut just knows. But money is money, so I accepted the ride and drove there. As I pulled into the lot, my headlights illuminated the only person standing outside. A woman. She was tall, thin, and had long dark hair that clung to her face like it had been drenched in something other than rain. She wore a black dress that seemed out of place for a gas station at this hour. Her eyes were locked onto me before I even came to a full stop. I rolled down the window just a little. "You call for a ride?" She nodded slowly, never breaking eye contact. I unlocked the doors and she slid into the back seat without a word. The air inside the car grew noticeably colder the second she was inside. I cleared my throat. "Where to?" She gave me an address about 20 minutes away, a residential street I wasn't too familiar with. I started driving, glancing at her through the rearview mirror. She sat stiffly, hands folded neatly in her lap, staring straight ahead. Something about her felt off, like she wasn't really there. A few minutes in, I tried to break the silence. "Late night, huh?" She didn't answer. I glanced at the mirror again. She was still staring forward, her face unnaturally still, as if she hadn't blinked once since getting in. I kept my eyes on the road and focused on driving. The GPS told me to take the next right, but as I slowed down to turn, I heard her whisper something. My heart nearly stopped. "Don't go that way." Her voice was soft, almost melodic, but there was something wrong about it, like an echo of a voice that wasn't hers. I hesitated but followed her request. "Okay, new route then." She remained silent for a while, and then she did something that sent ice through my veins. She started laughing, a low, breathy chuckle that grew louder, more distorted, like multiple voices layered on top of each other. I gripped the steering wheel tighter. "Everything all right back there?" She stopped laughing instantly. Dead silence. I swallowed hard and kept driving. As we got closer to the destination, I noticed something strange. The streetlights were out, every single one. The houses were dark, windows staring at me like empty eyes. The GPS led me to the last house on the road, a two-story home that looked abandoned. "This is the place?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. She finally moved. She leaned forward, close enough that I could feel her breath on my neck. My blood ran cold as she whispered, "You should leave. Now." I didn't need to be told twice. I threw the car into drive and sped away, my heart pounding. I glanced at the mirror, expecting her to still be there, but the back seat was empty. I slammed on the brakes. My hands trembled as I turned around. No sign of the woman. The seatbelt she had been wearing was still buckled, but she was gone. I didn't sleep that night. I told myself it was exhaustion, a trick of the mind, but I knew better. The next day, curiosity got the best of me. I looked up the address she gave me. It had been abandoned for years. And the last known resident? A woman who went missing over a decade ago. A woman who was last seen at a gas station off the highway, waiting for a ride that never came.